Dear students, today we will start with types of chemical reactions. What is chemical reaction? It involves the breaking and making of bonds between atoms to produce new substance. In our syllabus, there is 5 types of chemical reactions. That is combination reaction, second decomposition reaction, third displacement reaction, fourth double displacement reaction, and fifth redox reaction. In activity 1.4, when we react calcium oxide with water, it gives calcium hydroxide. Calcium oxide is quicklime, whereas calcium hydroxide is slacked lime. We get only one product, therefore it is known as combination reaction. An interesting phenomena occur when we whitewash our walls with calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide reacts with the carbon dioxide in air to form a thin layer of calcium carbonate on the walls. Calcium carbonate is formed after 2 to 3 days of whitewashing and gives a shiny finish to the walls. The overall reaction is calcium hydroxide plus CO2 gives calcium carbonate plus water. Other examples of combination reaction: burning of coal, in which C plus O2 gives CO2 and heat. Formation of water from H2 and O2. H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. Reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of products are called exothermic reaction. The above all reactions are exothermic. As we see, heat is evolved. Do you know that respiration is an exothermic process? When we intake carbohydrates, they are broken down to form glucose in our alimentary canal. This glucose combines with oxygen in the cells of our body and provide energy. The special name of this reaction is respiration. C6H12O6 plus CO2 gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. So this is exothermic reaction. Decomposition of vegetable matter into compost is also an exothermic reaction. The next type of chemical reaction is decomposition reaction. In activity 1.5, we take ferrous crystals which are green in color and heat the boiling tube over the flame of a burner or a spirit lamp for some time. What we observed? We get white powder of Fe2O3, that is ferric oxide, along with SO2 and SO3, which are gases. Here actually ferrous sulfate crystal, the formula is FeSO4.7H2O. Do you know what is 7H2O? These are water of crystallization, and when we heat FeSO4 salt, the water molecule loses and the salt becomes white. Here we are providing heat for reaction to occur, therefore it is known as thermal decomposition. Another example is calcium carbonate. When you heat calcium carbonate, it breaks up in calcium oxide plus CO2. Third example of thermal decomposition is when we heat up lead nitrate powder in a boiling tube. We observe brown fumes. These fumes are of nitrogen dioxide. Reaction is PbNO3 all twice plus heat gives 2 PbO plus 4NO2 plus O2. In next activity 1.7, it is electrolytic decomposition, means we electrolyze water to its constituent particles oxygen and hydrogen with the help of electricity. What conclusion we get here? Here in this activity we add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. What is the reason? Sulfuric acid itself break up in its constituent ions which carry current for the circuit and behaves like an electrolyte. What observation? We see formation of bubbles takes place at both electrodes. These bubbles displaces water from the test tubes. Volume of the gas is in the ratio 2:1 collected in test tube. Hydrogen is collected at cathode and oxygen at anode. Why? Because hydrogen is positive charge and oxygen is negative charge. When we remove the test tube carefully, we test the gases. If we took burning candle near the mouth of the test tube containing hydrogen burns with pop-up sound, whereas oxygen brightens the flame. In activity 1.8, this is photolytic decomposition. Why it is called photolytic decomposition? Because silver chloride in presence of sunlight gives Ag plus Cl2, breakdown in silver and chlorine. Therefore, it is known as photolytic decomposition. Here in activity, what is its color? It is white and becomes gray in sunlight.